You were connected to someone who fumbled you out of their life, and they don't even know what they've done or why they've done it. You were sent to someone's life to be a light, and they were also sent to your life to be a light. And you loved them so very much and showed up for them in ways that you've never shown up for another human being before. When they lost everything, you were there. When they betrayed you, you forgave. When they played in your face, you knew it and you looked the other way, or you chose to forgive. When they consistently kept hurting you, you stayed. You wrote it off as, it's just their mental illness, or they've just gone through some really hard things in their life. This is their childhood trauma. They just need healing. They're just going through some really tough times, and you stood in the gap for them. You would not leave this person's side. And they didn't appreciate you. They were not grateful. This person was into some really dark, and that darkness, it came with a lot of demons, a lot of dark entities, and they needed to be fed. And they fed on this person's soul. And these demons, these entities, absolutely hated your light, because your light was magnifying things that this person was trying to hide, bringing things to the awareness that this person did not want brought to the awareness. Your light tore down masks that they wore. You saw them, and you made them see themselves, and they couldn't stand it. And these demons worked on their mind, told them that you were this horrible person, that you were against them, that you were an op, that you were all of these things that you were not, and made you look as if you were the enemy, the end enemy in their lives. They couldn't see you. The joke has been on them, unfortunately. They sabotaged greatness out of their life. For some of you, this person went off to what was easier, to what could not truly see who they were, to what didn't require them to step it up and rise to the occasion and be about the life that they perpetuated. They went off to someone that could be controlled. They went off to someone who would acquiesce to whatever it is that they wanted. They went off to a caretaker, a sponsor, someone that would soothe wounds that another human being should not be soothing, that they should be soothing. They went off to pleasure while you represented purpose. And they don't even know what it is that they lost, because they've been so hung up in their wounds that it doesn't allow them to see people that have been sent to their life to be a light. They're so entrenched in their darkness, and they don't want to come out of it. And the message for you, friend, and this is not easy to say, is that you must move to a place of acceptance of that fumble. Because the other side of that fumble, the other side of them sabotaging you, a genuine light out of their life, was God's protection. Their rejection is God's redirection, because there is a better life for you. And it's not about a new partner that will treat you better. It's about a more wholesome, safe, lovely purpose-filled life. And when you are such a light in your life, and you are not appreciated, and you are not valued, you are being required to remove yourself permanently from those who do not deserve you anymore. If you truly love a person, then you would be willing to let them go when you recognize that it is not healthy, and you recognize that they cannot see you. And it's not about always loving a person. It's also about loving. It's always, first and foremost, about loving this person. You were fumbled. And it hurt. But please know this. You were fumbled by someone who doesn't even know who they are, so couldn't ever know who you truly are. And because they don't know who they are, they don't realize how worthy of genuine love and care they are. And so they will always seek to fill what is pleasurable and what is not purposeful. Let them go so that you can be free. This wasn't personal. This was protection. That's how loved you are. Let this video serve as your confirmation. And one day, if not already, they'll realize exactly what they lost and who you are. And hopefully, you'll be tapped so deeply into your self-love work that you won't even care, and that space will not be made available for that type of person in your life. Because if they couldn't see you when you were there for them, then it was never truly meant to be anyway.